So let me ask you something. Have you ever just straight up begged the universe for a sign? Maybe for a breakthrough in your career, for love, or honestly just a tiny break from the struggle? And you heard absolutely nothing but crickets? The source material we're looking at today completely validates that feeling. You are absolutely not alone in that. It is incredibly frustrating to ask for a win and feel like you're just knocking on a door that's permanently deadbolted. But what if it's not because the universe is ignoring you? The text suggests that the traditional way we've all been taught to wish for things is just fundamentally broken. So let's dive into a framework that actually aims to fix this whole dynamic.
Welcome to this explainer. Today, we are decoding Jacobo Grinberg's incredibly powerful, science-backed theory of reality. We're going to take what usually feels like, mystical magic and transform it into a clear, structured playbook. The goal here is to get the universe to finally start saying yes to your deepest desires.
Here is the agenda for our playbook today. We'll kick things off with the mirror effect. Then, step 1, multisensory visualization. Step 2, advanced gratitude. Step 3, inspired action. And finally, clearing internal blockages. All right, let's start with the mirror effects. This is all about how the universe actually reflects your frequency. At the very core of Grinberg's theory is this massive paradigm shift. Our minds don't just interpret reality, they literally project it. The universe isn't some cosmic judge sitting on a cloud handing out favors based on who asks the nicest. No, the universe is actually a mirror. It simply reflects your own vibrational frequency right back at you. Think about it. If you project fear, doubt, or scarcity, the mirror just reflects situations that confirm all those anxieties. But when you shift your energy to I am worthy and I already have what I desire, the universe actually aligns itself to make that your physical reality. Your mind is the projector here. Let's move on to step 1, multisensory visualization. There is a stark contrast in how we go about visualizing. When most of us try to visualize, we're basically watching a distant dream from the outside. It's like we're watching a movie of ourselves being successful, but there's zero emotional connection to the present moment. Well, the universe doesn't respond to distant dreams. It responds to what you feel is real right now. The framework argues that we have to shift from daydreaming to living it right now as a true state of being, using multisensory visualization. It's not about just making mental pictures in your head. It's about fully, totally immersing yourself in the physical reality of the present moment. So how do we actually pull that off? You've got to use all 5 of your senses to literally trick your brain into believing it is happening right this second. If you want a dream job, don't just picture the outside of an office building. Actually walk through the space in your mind. Hear the echo of your own footsteps down the hallway. Feel the specific softness of the leather chair under your hands. Smell the fresh coffee sitting on your new desk. The source material shares this fantastic anecdote about manifesting a dream trip. Don't just picture the destination. Hear the airport announcements, feel the texture of your passport in your pocket, and fully embody the exact joy and peace you would feel if you were standing there today. Your vibration is the only language the universe actually understands. Okay, that brings us to step 2, advanced gratitude. This next part of the framework is absolutely crucial. We are usually taught to wait until we get the job, or the money, or the relationship to finally say thank you. But here's the catch. Waiting for external circumstances to make you feel thankful actually strips you of all your manifesting power. Advanced gratitude is expressing deep, genuine thankfulness for your desires before they ever physically arrive. You are intentionally shifting from a state of wanting directly into a state of having. I want you to think of this literally like tuning an old-school radio. Everything in the universe is made of energy, right? When you feel gratitude in advance, you are emitting this incredibly high-frequency vibration. You are grabbing that radio dial, turning it completely away from the static of scarcity, and tuning it straight into the crystal-clear frequency of abundance. Because like attracts like, this high-frequency energy naturally draws similar high-frequency experiences right into your reality. Grinberg's framework bakes this into a super practical daily routine because you really need consistency to build this muscle. First, in the morning, write down your future gratitude as if it already happened. Thank you so much for the financial freedom I am enjoying. Second, throughout your day, stay grounded in the present. Find those small, everyday moments to be thankful for right now to maintain that high frequency. Finally, in the evening, reflect and give thanks for the day to build your momentum. Doing this routine signals profound trust to the universe. It says, hey, I am genuinely ready to receive. Next up is step 3, inspired action. The source material uses a brilliant analogy here that I just love. Think of the universe as a giant GPS system. It knows exactly where you want to go, but what happens when you sit parked in your driveway and never put the car in drive? The GPS has no route to calculate. The universe desperately needs you to move. You don't need to see the entire staircase, and you definitely don't need to know every single turn on the route, but the universe cannot guide you if you completely refuse to take that first step forward. Now, we have to be super specific here about what kind of action we're talking about. Inspired action is defined as an action driven by clarity, alignment, or an exciting little nudge from your intuition. It feels like the natural next step. Now, it might feel a little scary because it's pushing you out of your comfort zone, but deep down, it feels perfectly aligned with your ultimate goals. Just contrast this dynamic for a second. Forced action is driven by fear, desperation, or straight-up panic. This is you sending out 200 job applications at 2 a.m. because you're terrified of going broke. It just radiates lack. Inspired action, on the other hand, comes from a gut feeling. It's that exciting nudge to maybe reach out to a mentor you really admire, or finally start that side project. It is a single, aligned step taken in complete trust. Every inspired action sends a loud and clear message to the universe saying, I'm ready. Let's move to our final section, troubleshooting and clearing your internal blockages. Because according to the framework, here is the brutal truth. Your biggest enemy? It isn't the economy, it isn't a string of bad luck, and it certainly isn't the universe. Your biggest enemy is the voice inside your own head. The absolute biggest obstacles to your success are completely internal. We're talking about subconscious limiting beliefs and deep-seated feelings of unworthiness. These things heavily clog your energy channel and keep your manifestations permanently stuck in the mud. To clear out that channel, you have to start paying attention to the background noise. You can actively map out those limiting beliefs on paper and just flip them. If your brain is constantly saying, I'm not good enough to succeed, you actively rewrite that into an empowering affirmation, like, I am more than enough and success flows effortlessly. If your underlying belief is, money is always hard to come by, actively flip it to, money flows to me in expected and unexpected ways. You literally have to consciously choose to rewrite your internal script. But remember, these blockages aren't just mental thoughts floating around. They are dense emotions stored physically right there in your body. So let's walk through this incredibly practical 3-step breathing exercise to release all that baggage. Step 1, close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose and visualize pure light filling your body and dissolving all that physical tension. Step 2, just hold that breath for a few seconds. Step 3, exhale heavily through your mouth, imagining all the doubt, the fear, and those limiting beliefs leaving your body as dark smoke. You just keep doing this until you genuinely feel lighter and realigned. The final piece of this puzzle is exactly like pulling weeds out of a garden. Once you've cleared the soil, if you just stand there and do nothing, the weeds are going to grow right back. You have to take empowering actions to plant new seeds in that freshly cleared space. You reinforce your new beliefs so those old, toxic mental patterns simply don't have any room to return. So let's bring it all together and recap Grinberg's playbook. Manifesting is an active partnership with reality. It's not some passive magic trick. You start by projecting the frequency you want to see reflected in the mirror. You fully immerse all your senses to live the desire right now. You give profound thanks in advance. You take aligned, inspired action to let the GPS route you, and you actively clear your internal channel of blockages and self-doubt. I'm going to leave you with this final thought. The universe is literally just waiting for you to prove that you are ready to receive. So, what is one small, aligned, inspired action you can take today? Write your desire down, feel it in your bones as if it's already yours, and just take that first step. The route is ready to be calculated.